Happy Monday. Thanks for jumping on. I'm so excited. We got Courtney on the call with us tonight. She so graciously decided to take some time to do a fun little training for us. Excited for that. And if you don't know Courtney, she is part of Epic. And Courtney, is your upline Tanya? Is that correct?
Yeah, Tanya, my upline.
Yep. So Tanya's her upline. So of course, all on Christy's team. But I'm going to go ahead, and I'm not going to do many announcements or anything tonight, but I just wanted to say, you guys, it's not too late in this month. Don't give up. You guys still have like pretty much a full week to hit your goals and help people and keep working with your team. So keep ending strong for this month. But Courtney, I'd love for you to introduce yourself and kind of share maybe like where you're from, how you got started as a coach, and then go into your team for those who don't know you.
Sure. So my name is Courtney, and I've been a coach in January. It'll be 3 years now. And when I got into coaching, I had no idea I was going to coach. I literally signed on for the discount because I had 40 pounds to lose, and I knew it wasn't going to happen overnight. So I knew I was going to need to drink Shakeology and possibly use another program to lose what I needed to lose and to be confident. And slowly, as my confidence started coming back and I started posting, mainly for accountability, started like asking me what I was doing and wanting to join me. And I started like my own, wasn't my upline at the time. I was under a coach who was under her, who has. And so I didn't know about challenge groups. She didn't do that. She didn't run challenge groups. She didn't do any of those kinds of things, as well as not let me know that I could reach out to any other coaches. So always, always, always reach out to other coaches. If you see someone doing something you like and you want to learn more, like reach out to them, because I was told for a couple months until I finally was like, no, F that. Like, I'm just going to go behind this person's back and ask this person. And when it was like, no, he does. So please, please, please always reach out for help. Don't be scared to reach out for help, even if it's not someone on your team. Okay. We have so many awesome people in Epic Dream Team. So yeah, coaching has helped me I was working 2 jobs after I had my daughter, and I've since quit both jobs. It took me about 6 months to replace the income. And now I get to stay home I have 2 children now, 4 and 1.5. And my coaching income is able to provide for my daughter to go to a private preschool, since her birthday falls 5 days after the California cutoff, so she can't start kindergarten. So I'm able to pay for her to go to a private school until she can go to the public school. And I'm able to pay my truck payment. I'm able to pay vacations here and there. So it really is an amazing opportunity, and so many doors are being able to be opened with, coaching. And the number one thing, being able to stay home with my kids, and not have to working a job and only having, $100 left over. So basically, I don't know a lot of anything like that, but I recently revamped how I'm trying to find and attract challengers. So week, but I invited them to join, because you can never learn one thing. Basically, I'm going to share, I have a PDF that I'll give to Cassie when we're done with the call. And it's like a little work. It's like 4 pages long with just questions for you to really kind of, I'm a writer, so I like to write things out and get my feelings out to realize like what I need to do and what I need to see. But I want to go over it with you guys so it kind of makes sense. So basically on the first page, and I work myself too. So on the first page, what I want you guys to really dig into is, when it comes to you and how you see your role in health and fitness, I want you to think about that and think about, what is important to you. Is drinking your water important to you? Is getting in your 30-minute workout, super important. Eating all your veggies. You know, we all have a different way of looking at how health fitness is, and why we do it. So I want you to take the time to look at those things and really look at the things that fire you up. Like for me, it's learning how to cook in the kitchen with my daughter so that she eats the right things. Because if I don't do that, if I don't make it with her, she won't eat it. But then all of a sudden I'm salmon with her and she's like, oh, I like fire me up, and like what I like to share with people, because there's a lot of people that, you know, their kids aren't going to eat healthy foods, when in reality it's just they're going to eat what you have, because when they're hungry they'll eat it, you know, even if they don't think it's good, they'll still eat it. I had my daughter eating shrimp last night and she was like, this is not good. I'm like, yeah, but you're eating it, so you know, how can you tell me it's not good? But I think that's just for so when you think about the topics that fire you up, truth, yeah, see, exactly, kids are crazy. I want you to think about the things that you are confident about. So like, when something that I'm really confident about in my business is, because I did my first pregnancy completely wrong and gained like over 100 pounds. And my second pregnancy, I took the time to take a couple classes and learn the different things my body could and couldn't do while growing a human, and the different things I could and couldn't eat. And, you know, I really super confident with, and that I know I can help people with. So I have a lot of pregnant moms in my, you don't have to be a certain person, you know, to help someone in a different stage of life. So try to remember that, because I know a lot of people think that because, you know, they still have 40 pounds help people, and that's not true. There is behind you, or even one step behind you, that just needs someone, you know, to lock arms with and have someone to check in with. Um, and you just want to think about the different things you want, like your ideal customer to know about. So when you're posting these things, all these questions I have on this paper for you guys, so that you can go through them and really be specific. You know, think about the things that you want to be good at, you know, and that'll help you see where maybe you want to learn more too. A lot of areas comes to your role as a coach is going to be about your own journey. It's going to be about, you know, where you were and what things you did to get where you are. Like, you know, you don't want to be cookie cutter. Like, I know everyone always wants to be, you know, perfect in their post, or, you know, say the right things. But honestly, usually when you're saying the wrong things is when you're attracting the people you want. So, sorry, I a lot. So, so once you guys finish that activity, it's going to help you dive in to see who ideal challenge island B. So the person that you are looking to help is on island A, and that's when maybe you didn't start as a coach, maybe you started as a challenger. So island A is going to be where you were when you started your journey. Okay. So for example, you want to take the time to describe that island, the pain points, the struggles, the way you felt, the things that you struggled with, and the things that you wanted. So like, for example, one day, you know, I was depressed and I got anxiety when it was time to leave the house. It was just too overwhelming for me to take a shower, let alone, you know, do my hair and put on clothes. Like, that wasn't even a question for me. I literally spent my days sitting on the couch, watching reruns of Friends and eating icing out of a container. Like, I didn't even bother putting it on a cake. I just spooned it out of a container. So like, in other, but in reality, there's probably 100,000 other women who do that exact same thing as me, you know? So you want to try to not be embarrassed about it. Like, we're all embarrassed about those kinds of things. Like, even I'm embarrassed about it. But if I don't share might be sitting on the couch thinking about ending her life because she doesn't know how to get out of that situation. Because, I mean, major thing right now. And in women, I think it's 10 times harder because we're this perfect family image, this perfect everything, and it ends up bringing us down. So just remember that there is someone out there that did or does the same things that you or still might do and struggle. Can't see the comments, but if there's a question, will someone like from you guys to see the questions? But so take the time to be specific on the things that you struggled with. You're always afraid of digging too deep, of sharing too much. But look at Christy. Christy talks about how she used to be suicidal, how she used to want to, end it. And that saves people, honestly. Like, you could be some of my posts as if I'm talking to the girl that was struggling with something, a week ago. So I feel like writing these things out will really help you guys in feeling that your posts can be motivational and stuff like that. So I promise I have a point with my island A and B. So then island B, or where you are, or maybe where you're still going. You might not be at your island B yet, but your island B is going to be your with health and fitness. Maybe it's that you want to fit into a size 8 pants, or maybe you want of another thing. Maybe you just want to be able to get out of bed and take a shower. Like, that's life sometimes. So island B, it was that I'm making time every day to work out, and it's not a chore. I'm not punishing my body because I ate, 2 tubs of ice cream. That, it's not doing it every night. So body, but still enjoy date nights and wine nights. But, it's all about balance and not doing it every night. I wanted to be able to put on a swimsuit and play with my kids at the river, because we are a river family. And if I look at pictures 2 years ago before I started coaching, I'm wearing my husband's board shorts and his Hanes V-neck shirts, like wearing a large shirt and large board shorts. Like, let's be real. And it's 115 out. Like, a lot of women do that. They don't even have to necessarily be moms. A lot of us might not have that confidence because we pick apart our body either way. Like, you could have a or you could be too skinny and have these lanky arms. So also remember that it's not always about weight loss. It's really truly about mindset, and because so many of us are not. They're not even taught. A little side note, my daughter was just asking me if my daughter is 4 and she's the most adorable thing in the world, but she's sitting down there and she's asking me if her tummy is big. She's 4, guys. And I was just kind of like, well, what do you mean? Like, why do you want a big tummy? Like, your tummy's perfect, or, and she's like, no, I want it to be big. Like, I want to have a big tummy. And I was like, okay, well, and I was just like, your tummy's perfect. Like, I didn't know what to say. And so we need to be thinking about, how we want our children or our nieces and nephews, if we don't have children, or whatever, just how we want our future generations to look at their bodies. Because I was not brought up to look at my body, as being good at any point in my life. It was always either you're too skinny, or you're too fat, or you're too this, or you don't have any muscles. And it was from my parents. Like, I know my parents loved me to death, but I'm sure they didn't know how to deal with it either. So moving on, sorry for that side note, but when you're doing the island B, you know, be specific on how, you know, you want this person to feel, or how you said you might not be there yet, but that doesn't mean that you can't help someone that's a couple steps behind you. You know, we can't help someone yet because we're not at the spot we want to be, but always remember there is someone 1 to 2 steps behind you. So, okay, now my whole point with this island A and B is that you are the boat. So, what you have and what you have to offer is the boat to get this person from island A to island B. Okay, so, and in that, you know, so right now it's pretty much only the all access pass. You know, in past times we had a lot of different options, but right now, you know, that you have this all access pass, or this, you know, whatever you name. I don't know if you guys name your challenge, but we always try to name ours each month and do it around that. So your boat is going to be, you know, various workouts to fit all needs, you know, from yoga to kickboxing to weightlifting. It's going to be custom meal plans, you know, to help you either, you know, tone up, lose weight. It's your 30-day supply of superfood smoothie, you know, with the, I always tell my coaches to find like 1 or 2 ingredients that, those 2 or 3 ingredients, like the back of their hand, so they can be like, yeah, this thing has bilberries in it and it helps my eyesight. God, a few things that you can really be specific on and feel excited about it. Don't feel afraid to share this with someone, you know. Think about how it saved your life, and when you're talking to someone about it, talk to them about that, how it saved your life, basically. Um, so with the, I believe that the biggest part of the boat is the support and accountability. I always save that for last when I'm talking to a prospect, and I always tell them that the bread and butter of what holds these challenge groups together, what makes people succeed, that we offer, because I think people think in our private groups that it's perfect in there and it's just our workout done and drinking our shake and not effing up, where it's like, no, we had a thread in our private group today about, anyway, so I always try to have a couple screenshots that show that we're not perfect in our group. I just looks like we're real people. We don't talk about how we love to stuff our face with salads. I eat them once, but that's just me. You know, some people love them. And then what I encourage you guys to do is to add your with your pitch of a challenge pack. So when I talk about a freebie, I don't mean throw in a tub of Energize, because that's going to cost you, and then you're not necessarily going to make the commission you need, or whatever it might be. When I talk about a freebie, I want you guys to take some time to create something that may have helped you. So I struggle with eating. I struggle with emotional eating really bad, and I didn't realize it until the last year after I had my son. So the way that I overcame it, I created a food journal. So what I did is I took that food journal and I typed it up on Word, and I made to, like, by this date, like, you'll get to be included with my free food journal on what that helped me realize how to, you know, get better at my eating. And I can share it with you guys, and I don't care if you copy it at all. It's literally, it just says breakfast, food I plan to eat, food I really ate, how it made me feel, because I didn't start real until it was like, oh, I ate Del Taco today, that's why I slept all afternoon. So that has been something that you just need to make sure it's free stuff that is going to help them, you know. So it could be, even if you just create a basic, 5-day meal plan that you give out to all your customers. It can be as simple as that. So don't make it overwhelming though. I know sometimes people will get like, oh, I have to create something so magical and so pretty. Like, it doesn't need to be super pretty. Like, you'll see mine, it's not very pretty. But I couldn't, and I was trying to create lines and I couldn't figure out how to do it. And I was like, F it, whatever, it looks fine. So, but for me personally, I have found that that has helped me connect more with, and that I took the time to make, for the people that are like me. So, does anyone have questions? I kind of think that's all my notes. Let me just kind of look really quick. I think that's all I have. Does anybody have any questions? I'll look at the chat.
Courtney,
Yes.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Someone else did. How do you do challenge groups? Do you run like 21 days, 30 days? Do you go back to back? Do you have like a space, a maintenance group? I guess those are a lot of questions, but.
Oh, no. So I just recently revamped it all. I had a yearly challenge group on my Facebook, and it was just a group, and I would just put people in there as I would sell challenge packs type of thing. But it was very jumbled there, and we pretty much all do the same program for the most part, or we at least all start on the same day, and I run them in the challenge tracker app. I'm obsessed with the app. It's so much easier to track clients and to schedule out posts. You don't have to pay for buffer or something. You can just schedule them all out. Not to mention, they have challenge group example guides for every single program. So I don't know if any of you guys use challenge tracker app, but if you've already done posts, say you hosted a group last month and then you're hosting a new one, you don't have to already done and pick the days that you want it to go for the next group. So I do that, and basically if you're my all access customer, you do the first 30 days, and then as long as you stay on Shakeology, you can continue on the challenge tracker app. But if you don't continue with Shakeology, then I put you into the VIP members group on Facebook, where it's more as the challenge tracker app. And then I have a free community with my team that we're revamping right now too, because what we want to do is run our free challenge that you want to sell. So I'll go ahead and give you guys what we're doing for October. Our October challenge is 30 days to get your body back, and it starts on October 16th, I think. So we're running a free challenge on October 2nd, and I don't know if this is, I will let you know if it works. We are going to run a 5-day free group on how to jump start. So I'm planning to go live every day at the same time, and I'm going to talk about, I don't have the 5. The second day, I'm going to talk about, the workouts that have helped me get my body back. And then the third day is when I'm going to talk about nutrition and meal plans. And that's when I'm planning to pitch Shakeology and the challenge pack. And then the fourth, I don't remember what other days are, but it's just something new that we're going to try to see if it helps, get a little bit more people interested and we want them running for their cards basically to join us. So I'll let you know, Cassie, if it works. So I think that was all the questions.
Thanks, Courtney. No, that
Anybody else?
I love hearing what other people do. So.
Yeah.
It's important for you guys to remember too, it doesn't matter how you do it as long as you do it. And if it works for you and it's working for your clients, that's what's important. So.
Exactly. And I just watched a training that said, and all the hard work that you did, make 2 or 3 tweaks and try it again. I don't Sunday, and one of the things Doug Moss, he does like the West region, he said like, don't sit and listen to the national wake up call on single system you have. You know, coaches are sharing what works for them, but it might not work for you. So maybe take like one or two tidbits. So I created a custom meal plan that I give everyone when they first join, but don't go and take everything they said and be like, oh crap, I need to go doing this all wrong, because everything works different for everyone. So that kind of hit home for me, because I think I spent a year doing that every time I listened to a call. So, but that's where personal development will really help too, because it'll make you more confident in the things that you're doing. There's 100,000 people out there that are just like you. Like, that's kind of the reality of it. Like, I know we're always told, like, the reality is we all struggle from the same things, you know? And not all of us, but you know what I mean. Anything else? I know that was kind of short. I feel like I was talking really fast because I was nervous.
You did wonderful. Oh my gosh. No, it was really good. I feel bad because I was telling everybody my internet keeps going in and out. So I was hoping I was getting what you were saying. But does anybody else have any questions for Courtney?
Oh, I see something in the. Oh, welcome, Jerry. I'm glad that it helped. I hope I said your name right. Oh yeah, the specific ingredients. I really think that it's important for us to know, like, a lot of us just say like, oh yeah, we love this shit because it tastes so good, but people want to know why. Like, they don't want to know that you just drink it because it tastes like a Tispy cup. You know, they want to know, like, for me, like, I poop every day now and I never did that before. So, and don't be afraid to just flat out say that. When I say that on my post, so many people like comment and just like love it. So seriously, don't be afraid, you know, to say that. So, anything else? I'm trying to think of anything else that we're doing that's new and exciting. Good too. We haven't done it yet, but I'm thinking about doing it. Is giving away a pair of Nike participates the most in the group, and et cetera, et cetera. Like, if you run it with other coaches, like, we all run the same challenge. All my coaches and I run this. You know, you can. Sometimes that's a good incentive for people to think like, oh, if I participate the most. Well, it's my whole team, so I think it's my whole act. You know, the people that of us coaches. And some people have one person. Some people have 0 people, 10. So I always tell my coaches like that I want them at least 2 to 3 days a week to be commenting on people's posts. People like to be lifted up and told they're doing a good thing. So we all need encouragement. And I just changed our settings in our free group, so it's like, you know, don't friend people or try to sell stuff, because I'm trying to make it more of a free community for anybody to join whenever type of thing. And to also, we're changing our free community to where, like, on Mondays, I think it's Mondays, we're going to have like Market Mondays. So like, if you're using some sort of nutrition that's not what we're using, you can share it in this specific thread, but don't be messaging all of our people, you know, because everybody has something different and it might work for someone else. So I just don't want you puking it all over my group. But I don't want to also turn off, because the same thing doesn't always work for everyone. So, and then in my free group, I'm changing go live in there for like a health and fitness Q&A. So I tell, like, when people post random questions in there, I'll comment like, oh, this would be perfect for our live Q&A on Tuesday. Like, ask the question then, you know, so that I'm not always look like an a-hole because I don't respond. I found that that's kind of helpful. So.
Awesome. Thanks, Courtney. I just wanted to share, since we have people from all different teams on here too. Amber, who's on here, if you don't know Amber. Hi, Amber. Amber, and I know Jerry as well, have been working really hard to come up with ideas for Clean Week, which releases soon. And we were wanting to do kind of a team-wide, like, go for it group when it first releases. And then as we're promoting that, getting people drummed up interest to start on the 16th, I believe, of October. To do it with us. So we'll be promoting that. We'll try it ourselves and then have a week kind of to get everybody's stuff in the mail and get signed up and ready to start on the 16th. So I just wanted to share that. For people who are on Dream Team Dynasty, we have an event for that. I mean, if you're interested, like Courtney's team, if you guys want to do that, or anybody from Epic, I know we're going to kind of put that out there to do this and really make it a big deal. So I'll be promoting that.
Yeah, I'm excited for Clean Week. It looks really cool. I had Autumn, and she did a live 80-day obsession workout for us. We weren't allowed, no one was allowed to have phones out or anything because it was that secret. And I like to say, like, it was amazing. I cannot wait for that workout. But what Autumn was suggesting everybody do their challenge group before Obsession comes out, have it be called A Little Obsessed, and do like a 21-day fix program or a hammer and chisel, something with Autumn in it to like pump up getting like obsessed, you know, with the new program. So that was kind of cool that she shared that.
If you guys don't know what that is, when does that release? It's a brand new program coming out. And it's like live workout, not live, but like they film them live and it's all different. So.
Yeah, so it comes out January 15th and literally nobody will be able to jump ahead. It's like it's like how they've been releasing the last 2 free ones. It'll be day 1, only day 1 is available. You can other workout in the 80 days. So I think that's kind of cool. But she also mentioned the new thing is this one comes with a time to eat. So it'll literally tell you, like, if you get up at 5 a.m., then at 6:30, you need to eat this. At 9:30, you need to eat this. At 11:30, you need to eat this. So I thought that was kind of cool. I've never done that, so I'll see if I can actually do it, but it's kind of hard with life. So.
Well, cool. If anybody has any other questions, we can do that. If you need to split, that's cool too. But happy Monday. Happy end of September.
I know.
Thanks again, Court, for doing this call for us. We really appreciate it.
You're welcome. But keep pushing, guys. You still have a week left, like Cassie said. So, you know, if you're at SC2 and you want 5, go for it. If you're at 0 and you want 2 or 5, like, there's still time. You can get SC5 in 24 hours if you really want to. So don't stop talking to people. Don't stop sharing, and just be you. All right. So I'm gonna hop off. Thanks for having me, guys. Have a great Monday and have a great week. You're welcome.
We have a couple minutes if anybody needs anything. I'm happy to stay on. Thanks to everybody who jumped on tonight.
I missed the time that we talked about for what we were going to do for Clean Week. Is there anything we can nutshell? Otherwise, I'll talk to Amber too.
Yeah. No, that's fine, Jerry. We're going to update the event too, but I'm sure Amber will chat with you. We just basically, for like 5 minutes, brainstormed kind of, I shared, like, doing a week together as coaches, starting the 2nd or 3rd, kind of figuring it out for a day and then jumping in and just trying it. So doing it together in a group and coming up with a script, then also promoting that while we're doing it. So like either having hashtags where we're tagging each other back and forth with that, or sharing on each other's walls, like Facebook profile or Instagram, and drumming up interest. So people like see us doing it, and they're curious about it and want to jump in with us. So giving it a shot first, and then really promoting it as an exclusive thing where this is literally the first time that they that we're ever doing this, and we want them to do it. It's completely free because we want their input, their feedback, because people love that. They love giving their opinions. So kind of asking them for that. And starting on the 16th then with the real thing. So giving them enough time where we can try it and talk to people about it and understand it, but have time for them to get like the sampler of Shakeology if they want to do it. So, but yeah, that's just what we came up with. If you have other ideas, like, please share.
I kind of liked her idea when she was talking about going live each day. And I have, which I can send it to you guys, but I, with my accountability group through work, we just meet every week. And so the first week we meet, we talk about finding a why and why you want to do this and why you want to make a change. And if your why isn't big enough to make you cry, then that's not your why. And then we also then the next week we talked about goal setting. And then the third week we talked about fears and any struggles that we thought that they might have. So I don't know if we can somehow incorporate that into week 2. I'm not for sure, but I just thought maybe we could plug some of that in somewhere if you guys wanted to. I can email that stuff to you guys so you know what
Yeah.
we don't want to use it either.
I'm wondering if like you, me, and Amber, and anybody else who's really serious should do a mini Zoom, just like 15 minutes to really figure out how we want to handle this next week, because it comes out next week. That's blowing my mind. But I love that. No, and I want to steal that for my actual challenge group. Say I love because you're focusing that first week on second week on like when it starts to get hard, like your goals and like sticking with it. What was your third week? Struggles, because that's when people like
your fears, struggles and fears.
Yeah, because people are like, oh my god, I'm not getting results, and they're freaking out. So no, I love that.
Yeah.
So good.
Alrighty. Well, whatever works for you guys, we can set up a time to do a mini Zoom or whatever works. Sorry, I missed it. I had kids at the doctor's office and then waiting forever at the pharmacy, and
you're so fun.
Such is life.
Yes. I know. We have a foster dog now, and I'm like, my other dog's locked in our bedroom right now, and I feel bad. So I'm like, that's my children's solution. Wasn't expecting him to show up today. He's here snuggling with me, so there you go.
Well, that's fun.
Yeah. Oh, well. But I'm ready for a new month. Oh, I'm so ready.
Yep.
Oh, goodbye.
I hear you.
I'm like finally hitting Success Club 6 today, I think. And that was from transferring one of my husband's orders to my account. It's not been a good month, and it's my own fault, but I'm ready for October. Yeah.
I'm right there with you.
Yep.
Alrighty. Well, I guess I don't have anything else unless if you do.
No, we can just get on a thread with Amber and figure out a time. Do it quick.